There is freedom of speech in Ghana. There really is. But you see, for every utterance you make, there are consequences. The thing about social media is that it has become like some sort of a courage factory where people go to purchase boldness, sit behind their screens on their keypads, type, and sometimes say the most vile, outrageous things. Case in point, the TikTokers this week who were picked by the police for making vile accusations against the president and even threatening his life and that of the First Lady. What was the end game? Anyway, welcome to This Week in News with me, Etornam Kumashie. As usual, like we always do, let's do a quick recap of some of the top stories for the week. You may have heard of one Akosia Jollof and Fanti Comedy TikTokers who went live and said certain things against the president. In fact, we are in very sensitive times in the country, so you need to be careful of some of the things you say. But they threatened his life and that of the First Lady. And while some people joined, having diverse views about it, it was bound to land them in trouble. They were picked by the Ghana Police Service because they needed to answer some very serious questions. Well, as of the time they were picked, the MPP Youth Wing said that they recall that in the past administration, the opposition at the time had made similar statements and comments. And so if we are not going to be biased, then these people should be released as well. So people had different views on social media. But the majority of people said, look, these are very serious accusations, and so they need to be picked up. Well, the MPP went to meet the NDC, and they distanced themselves from the situation, saying that all things being equal, we will not condone such comments because it is an attack on democracy. These persons have been granted bail, and subsequent investigations will go on. Following the rather tragic helicopter crash, numerous videos circulated on social media of men of God prophesying and saying certain things. Now, with this, Elvis Efriye Ankra, who is the presidential envoy for Interfaith, gave a directive. He says now, if you have a prophecy, please channel it to the presidency. Now, people are in two minds about this particular thing because on one hand, some believe that men of God will take advantage of this and start prophesying doom every single time they can. On the other hand, there are those who are saying that at least the public will be spared from, sentiments such as this. There would be one place where you take it to so that we don't have to hear it. But I would want to know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that it should be channeled to the presidency, or people should be allowed, in this case, men of God should be allowed to tell the congregation what they think is going on in the country? Out of respect for the fallen hero, the minority, the new Patriotic Party has decided to, not contest the Tamale Central by-elections. They say that they are doing this out of respect for the late Honorable Murtala Mohammed. But the NDC has said that, well, it is not going to be a reason why they would back down from their Akwetia by-election. They are still standing firm. And, it became quite a conversation because some members of the communications team for MPP said that, look, we could have pulled a few runs, done a few things, and we could have had a chance. But we are doing this out of respect. Some even believed that as a result, the current administration should have also backed down from the Akwetia, elections. But it's not going to happen. The minority has just said for now that they are not going to be contesting the Tamale Central by-election. If you are a Hearts of Oak fan, if you are a Kotoko fan, if you are a Heart of Lions fan, if you are a BBNE Gold Stars fan, then you are definitely looking forward to the Gala Tournament. Initially, it was supposed to have been held at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium from August 20th to the 24th, but it has been moved to the Accra Sports Stadium. So, make your way there, support your team, and if you can't, EIB is here. We'll be streaming on GHOne television, on Ago Star FM, and all our affiliates. So keep your fingers crossed for August 20th to 24th. Ghanaians, every single time there's a Nigerian actor or producer somewhere complaining about us showing their movies on our channels without their permission. The latest victim is Rex Nosa, a Nigerian producer and actor who says that a particular TV station in Ghana showed his movie without his permission. He lamented, said so many things, and Ghanaians decided to come for him. They said, look, if you have a problem, direct it to the TV station. Don't insult all of us. So he later came back, retracted some of the statements he made, and apologized. Anyway, there are more stories on starfm.com.gh as well as all our social media platforms. Thank you for staying with me for This Week in News. Once again, I am Etornam Kumashie. Do enjoy the rest of your weekend.